But this next topic, Kevin Garnett, and this was last week as well, and this was kind of like in kind of as a response to Joel Embiid getting injured. And I mean, he got injured, he needs surgery. I mean, it was not MCL, but it was his meniscus that's torn. So that's ugly. And the reason why that's ugly is because one, now he's not going to be eligible for any awards. He's not going to be eligible for MVP. And he was having a great season, and he was leading the MVP votes. He's not going to be eligible to win the scoring title, be first team. And that's a big deal. And the second thing about that is, a lot of people felt like he rushed back because he was getting scrutiny for missing that Denver game. And plus he was rushing back because he didn't want to miss too many games. He wanted to stay on pace to play 65 games so he can be eligible for all that. So a lot of people had a lot of stuff to say about it. They didn't like it. They think the rule is not a legit rule that should be there. But Kevin Garnett said something that got me thinking, man. This is how Kevin Garnett discussed it.
How y'all feel about the rumblings y'all hearing about the players? Halliburton came out, said some strong, aggressive shit. Like, they think the 65 game rule is, is full of shit. Because hold on, because he thinks that, and I feel the same way. The game is so vigorous and on your body that you're going to get hurt. Nobody on the court, hold on, to all fans out there, everybody watching the games, everybody on the court is hurt. Everybody. All 10 guys. All 10 guys out there got something wrong with them. If you're not played 30 games in the league, you're hurt. Okay? And I mean like something to where you got to go put extra care, you got to get treatment on it. So you never get through a season 100%. And you definitely don't finish off no season 100%. But, I think the 65 game rule was put in for incentives for these guys to play. We saw guys take advantage of it. We saw guys sitting out on big games that the league had already teed up. I just don't think that this generation of players understand that part of the business. I don't think they give no fucks. And I don't think there's no pride to play 82 games. And I think when you look at longevity, the part of longevity and the reason that you can get to longevity is because you're playing 65% of the games. You're playing 45% of the games. I expect you to play the fucking 25 years. You know what I'm saying? You don't have no miles on you. So, let me hear y'all take on it, bro, because today's game is more about longevity versus today. It is. It's a marathon. It's not a sprint.
Just a little context. 5 games are the maximum amount that Embiid can miss at this point.
It's over. To get an MVP? That's what I'm saying.
First team All-NBA, he could miss out on all of that.
Listen, bro, it's over. He's definitely not. He got what, 45 more games? He's going to miss 5 games, bro.
Exactly.
So and then look at this. All that he just did this season is finna go into a wash.
His best year too.
Yeah, I don't think that's right. I think it's kind of scary too, because you gotta listen to your body, TK. You gotta listen. I don't care how the accolades ain't even that important at this point.
Bro, the accolades is how you get paid.
True that.
He's smart. I'm saying, bro, what they're bitching about, what's the precedent for us? Bro, it used to say something when you got out here with half a leg.
Okay.
And I'm being up the so-called best. I'm in your favorite player's face, locking this shit up.
Man up.
You hear me?
Man
That's
up.
what I'm saying. It said something about you.
Yeah,
and then guess what? Man, your
Yeah,
teammates looked at you like, oh shit.
He just fought through that.
Man, Joe, a nigga seeing your effort, and you on the ground, and you, bro, it just says something about you. I'm not either way. I'm just saying that it needs to be an understanding that this is a business. And when we tee the 2 best big men up to play, and one of them don't play and scratch 30 minutes before the game, like you throwing the whole whoop off. You know what I'm saying? You threw the lick off. Then you taunting them. Like, bro, if you're gonna miss the game, miss the game. Don't come out here with all this extra shit, waving at the crowd. And then somebody around Joel gotta say something. Big fella, chill.
I'm with the rule.
So, man, he made a lot of points, about 4 of them. The last thing he said was, look, man, it's a business. You got to understand it's a business. So for Joel Embiid, even though he tweaked his knee against Indiana the game before Denver, for him not to want to strap it up and say, look, man, I'm going against, the other big man that everyone's saying is either me, him, 1 or 2. And I just bust his tail in Philly. I want to bust his tail again in Denver and show everybody, even though I'm on this one leg, right? Because he probably was dragging his leg because when he sat out Denver game and then played the game after Denver, he was dragging his leg in that game. So I know he would have been dragging it against Denver. So he probably, I mean, he was right to probably sit that game out. He couldn't go. But what Garnett is saying is, look, man, it's a business side of this. This is the part where you suck it up. This is the part where you actually get out there and say, look, I'm dragging his leg. I'm locking this dude up. And that's going to show my whole squad something. So that's one side of it. The other side of it is Embiid always have knee issues, and you can't play with that. You might get lost for the season. So I see both sides of it. But I'm at least trying to communicate what Garnett is trying to say. I'm not saying I 100% agree. I'm just trying to say, you know, that's I think that's what he's saying. It's a business side of it that he don't think the younger generation is seeing, right, or understanding or even care about, right? Then he said that he don't see no pride out there. Nobody wants to play 82 games, right? He don't see no pride out there for people to play 82 games. Michael Jordan played 82 games several times in his career. He played 81 games several times, and probably between 78 and 80 games several times. That was pretty much his whole career, except for the 2 years he was retired and he came back with only 17 games left, or the year he broke his foot in his second year. And maybe he might got one game where he probably played 70. But for the most part, it's 78 or above. That's his entire career. Even his last year when he was 40, he played 82 games. So, but everybody ain't built like that, though. Everybody ain't built like Michael Jordan, and everybody ain't built like LeBron to be blessed with a type of body that's almost indestructible. So I get it. Embiid got a different body. I get it. Everybody ain't gonna play. But he said there's no pride nowhere in the league to play 82. Even this indestructible guy in LeBron is rarely playing 82. I don't remember him playing 82 that many games. I remember him being the beginning of load management, even before Kawhi was. I remember them load managing in San Antonio with Tim Duncan, even though Tim Duncan played 70 plus games multiple years. But the load management kind of started there. LeBron started load management as well. So I'm like, man, where's the pride to play 82 games like your examples of Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and them dudes? They didn't sit games out like that, right? So that's one piece of it. And then he mentioned the longevity. You got, no wonder y'all can stay and play 21 years and still look good at year 21 when you're 39. You know, that's not a shot at LeBron, but you got to say, he said that. He probably had LeBron in his mind when he said it. However, that's who he's talking about. You're 21 years in, running around like a deer, but you have played 82 games, nowhere near the amount of time as Michael Jordan. So he was like, man, you on fresh legs in year 21 still. You ain't played 82 games every year like Michael Jordan did. That's a whole different body, right? And I agree with him on that. I agree with him. And then playing through something I'm gonna get to in a minute. This is them continuing that conversation.
The rule. I like the 65 game rule. Because when I look at my GOAT, he played 82, injured the next season, 82, 82, 81.
That gotta be MJ.
82,
Gotta be MJ.
80, 78, got injured, retired, or whatever year that was, retired, 82, 82, 82.
See, but it was a more,
This is
more
my
of a macho
GOAT.
thing back
This
then.
is my GOAT.
You got kudos.
He's
You got
playing
kudos
99% of the games.
Yeah, you got another level
I mean,
of respect from your peers.
Exactly.
Jordan,
You had a big stretch too, KG.
Bro.
You had 6 straight years at 81 or more.
Bro, listen to me.
So
I had
I'm
a stretch.
saying,
I
bro.
played five. I
You
played
telling
like
me you wasn't injured?
I had was I injured? Joe, I used to have.
You played.
I had plenty when I played
You
the Dallas
played,
Mavericks.
bro.
We played in the fucking tournament, bro. We played the Dallas Mavericks in the playoffs, bro. I had plenty. Y'all know what plenty is?
Yeah,
I had that shit in both feet. Man, that's my girl at the time. How I was getting up, bro.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling
Man, I
you.
was
So
crawling to the bathroom and shit, bro. People have no idea what players deal with when they go home. And guess what? Got the fuck up, figured it out, and played on some psycho shit with cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. That's a real thing.
I was
That's a real thing, dog.
I mean, I played with turf toe.
Everything.
I played with a dislocated thumb.
Right.
You know, I played with bruised thighs. You know, that's the worst. You get kneed in the thigh, then get re-kneed in the thigh. I fell on the floor, knocked both my teeth out, went to the back, put a mouth guard on, came right back out. Like,
That's some hockey player shit.
but I'm saying, like, it's on the mindset. It's a mindset. You know what I'm saying? But I think the players and the organizations, they hire these people now, these physical therapists, these sleep doctors, these load management people to tell you, oh, let's take some days off because, your toe is hurting. Let's take a week to get
Changing the
recovered. So
mentality.
now they're changing their mentality to where
I don't fight through nothing. I don't push
exactly.
through nothing. Guess what? The defense looked like that. I hit a pick. I don't fight through the pick. I switch it. I get through something. Like, Lord, it's
less
nobody
physical.
wants to say this, but this is all subliminal coming. It's all looking into the game. It's no extra effort, bro. You can see your favorite player, and he don't get the call. He might not run back, bro. And I'm talking about Durant. I'm talking about Bron. I'm talking about Embiid, Giannis. I done seen our best players in our game. If they don't get the call, they'll chill. Ain't no run back. I hate comparing the eras, but I just want the young boys to know that it was a level of respect that came with the durability and your mental, because you had to be mentally fucked up to be pushed. Man, you know what pain? Bro, you know what you gotta be? You know what you gotta be? What kind of animal you gotta be to push through some pain? I'm talking about pain ain't just going away just because you manned up and got through it. Guess what? It's the next play. It's the next play. And if you're Pete and somebody who got a motherfucker come down and score the ball on you on their greatest stopper, which you're getting his best with a nigga like this, man,
but
come
we
on,
respond.
It's a different mindset.
It's a different
And
mindset.
guess what? This has been passed down from Wilt to Kareem to Magic to Larry to
Isaiah.
Jordan.
You seen Isaiah limping in the finals.
You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All the
Big
greats
shout
have
out to
played
Zeke.
through
You know what I'm
something.
saying? We ain't
All
gonna
the
see
greats have been played through something. Real
Willis
shit. We go
Reed
back. It's
coming
real
in the
shit.
finals. I mean, it's just
You hear me?
that's just a different mentality.
It just
now.
shows the different level of mentality when it comes to pushing through something. And that's
Right.
what it was. Just like when you was chasing the title, you had to be mentally fucked up to lose every year and think that you had a chance the very next year. You had to be fucked up, but you had to believe that shit or nothing was happening.
That's why I honor Bron.
Man, Joe, he said a whole bunch of stuff. And you can't help but understand, the person who was leading all of this stuff that he was talking about, man, he said, man, you got to fight through something. And he mentioned three things you got to fight through. Number one, you got to fight through injury and pain. You got to fight through that. Right. He said it trickles down to the court. Like the mindset of I'm not going to fight through this pain. It trickles down to the court and how they play. They don't even fight through screens no more. They take the easy way out on defense every single time. Here comes a screen. Guess what? I ain't gotta get hit. I ain't gotta bump it. I ain't gotta feel that pain. All we gotta do is switch. And they switching the screens. Now we're giving them a mismatch. You get what I'm saying? Like you used to have to go in the post to get a mismatch. You got Shaq in the post. He's a mismatch physically for everybody on the floor. So when I go in the post to Shaq, I already automatically got a mismatch that draws a double team, right? So how do you get a mismatch on the perimeter? Well, I mean, you run people through screens, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully some confusion will happen, but we're not going to switch on purpose and give you the mismatch. They're calling the worst defender, whether it's your big man who can't move his feet like Zubac, or whether it's a small point guard like Steph Curry or Kyrie Irving. They're going to give the ball to their best player. They're going to spread the floor, and they're going to call the screen with the worst defender on your team. And they know 100% they're going to get a switch because every team switches now. So now you switch, you give them a mismatch. Now it's one-on-one ISO, and that's what we got to watch for 4 quarters, 82 games plus playoffs. It's the worst basketball in the world. He said they're not even fighting through screens no more. And that's why LeBron got man, all them shots Kevin Durant hit on him when he was with the Warriors in the finals. And you got LeBron. This is a big play, and he's squared up with KD, and here comes a screen, and LeBron just switched it and just let somebody small. I don't know who it was that jumped on KD, and KD made it look like easy work. You don't switch that, man. You fight through that screen. So they're not fighting through injuries. They're not fighting through screens. And then he said you got to be some type of sicko psycho, like. And this is what Stockton was talking about on the last video I did when he said LeBron is not he's not hiking up the mountain like everyone else did the hard way. He's taking a helicopter to the top. He's taking the easy way out, right? And John Stockton, everybody in the comment section just went and was like, oh, John Stockton never won a ring. He can't talk about the king. He's ringless. He never won, blah, 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 blah. They don't mean what he said wasn't true. And what Kevin Durant is saying is speaking to a mentality like Karl Malone and Stockton. Hey, look, man, we got something we put together. We like it. We run our offense this way. We run our team this way. We got Jared Sloan. We can beat anybody. and then you face Michael Jordan 2 times in a row in the finals, and he get the best of you twice. But guess what? You go back to the drawing board and say, man, we got to come back and beat this dude. He said you got to be some type of psycho to think every year you can come back and beat that team, which is what Michael Jordan did. Every time Detroit beat him up, beat Pippen up, beat them in the playoffs, they kept coming back saying, we go get them. We go get them. We go back and get bigger, stronger, faster, better, smarter, and we go come back and beat them. And that gives you a different type of, that gives you a different type of confidence or it give you a different type of satisfaction after you actually get that job done, right? You don't get beat up by the bully at school and just switch schools. You don't do that. You got to show that bully, hey, look, man, you're not going to do this to me long. At some point, I'm going to show you what I can do as well. Right. And that's the mentality. And he's saying they don't even have that. He said that they're not even coming back year after year saying, I'm going to get through this hurdle that I couldn't get past, but they're just running to a different team and finding other players that couldn't get past that hurdle. Like LeBron and Wade calling each other out. They seen Mamba win a championship and say, man, he already got 5. What we go do? We ain't even got 1 yet. What you go do? We go get together, and they join together and say, all right, man, we couldn't beat them. We couldn't, and that's why we call them Levotron. We couldn't beat them alone, but when we combine everything, hey man, we strong as ever. That's not impressive. I never got to find out if LeBron was actually better than Wade, because I never seen them go face to face, head to head, in the playoffs with their teams at both at the height of their at their peak. I never got to see that. I never got to see LeBron face to face, head to head with Melo. I never got to see him face to face with KD, because every time he faced him, he had that super team. So I mean, the only time it was even was when he was at Golden State and LeBron was at Cleveland. It was even, and I think Kevin Durant wanted that. I think that's why he made that move to Golden State, because he was like, everyone's saying I'm second, I'm number 2, and LeBron's number 1. I just want to show everybody that I can beat him. He beat me when I was 23 years old in OKC with 2 20-year-olds, 2 21-year-olds, Harden and Westbrook. He beat me, and he had a super team. He beat me. I want to show y'all I can beat him and outperform him in the playoffs. So he was like, hey, I'm going to take I'll admit, he took the easiest path by joining the Warriors. But and this is my opinion, all he really wanted to do was get in the finals with LeBron and show LeBron up. And when he did it and they didn't show him love, he was confused, because he was like, man, LeBron did this and y'all showed him love. I thought when I did it and I showed y'all that I can outplay him on the biggest stage, that y'all was going to show me love. But he underestimated the media. So those are my thoughts on that, man. I'm about to open the phone lines up, man. Keep every phone call to less than 2 minutes, right? So we gotta fly through it so I can get more calls, because there was some people that called in on the last segment that I couldn't get in here because we stayed on too long with one caller, a couple of callers. So phone lines are open, man. I want to know what y'all think about everything Kevin Garnett said, everything I said. Now look at some of these comments. Jules, what's up?
What up, baby?
What's up?
Real quick, that's why Jordan had a love of the game clause in his contract, bro. Let me give you a real quick fact. Aside from his second season when he broke his foot, Jordan played in 912 of 919 games, my boy.
That's crazy.
You know?
And don't get no better than that.
It don't. And as far as like what Kevin Garnett was talking about, he was a little disingenuous, because when the load management was going on, we were seeing dudes that wasn't even hurt taking nights off, bro. You can't do that. Like Jordan said back when he was playing, like, I try to play every game because if it wasn't for the people filling these seats, our owners wouldn't be paying our checks, and somebody that might have never seen me get a chance to see me. You know what I'm saying? This game is definitely different now. These old players made it so these new players can get these big contracts, and they done lost the love of the game, man. Like I said, like we talked about the other day, we don't even get competitive all-star games no more, bro. I grew up from 73. Every all-star game I saw in baseball, that was like a playoff atmosphere because the National League wanted to whoop the American League ass, and the American League wanted to whoop the National League ass. It was the same way in the NBA All-Star game. They wanted them bragging rights, East versus West. Who best, baby?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree. I agree.
And I know you want to keep it to 2 minutes, but let me just say this one other thing. Them 2 years Durant was on Golden State, he cooked LeBron ass in them fights.
He did. That was a clinic too.
Man, he cooked them, dude.
And he easily won them MVPs, man. It wasn't even a question. It wasn't even a question. So
it was, you know. I mean, it's good, but you know, I feel like, I mean, dude, and as far as like what we defended, but you had people like Mike. People forget about Michael Cooper on the Lakers, dude. He was the defensive specialist. He would defend three different, you know, positions. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, you know, I don't know. This brand, like you said, this brand of basketball today, man, it's hard for me to watch, man. I can't even watch a whole game. I watch parts and bits, but it ain't what it used to be, man. They done took defense out the game, and that's sorry to me.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I appreciate the call, man. Thanks, man.
All right, brother.
All right,
take it easy.
Yep. Katrina Chavez, Warren recorded that many boards because that was his only job, to stay under the bucket, defend, and grab boards. In Detroit, he checked cats on the perimeter as well. There's some truth to that. He was more agile in Detroit and a little bit slimmer, and he could stay in front of Pippen and Jordan and stuff like that. And he was always a good defender, man. But yeah, and with the Bulls, he didn't have to do much on offense. He didn't have to guard the perimeter. They had the perimeter on lock with Pippen, Ron Harper, and Mike. That was a lot. They didn't need Rodman for that. They needed Rodman to agitate people like Karl Malone and Shaq down low. David Robinson. They needed him for that. Sean Kemp, all that good stuff, man. Let's get another phone call in here before we move on. One more phone call. Hey, what that person that called from New York? I didn't get you in last time. Let's get you back in here real quick. But for the most part, though, Kevin Garnett, I agree with what he was saying. But he was saying a couple of different things. Caller from Georgia, what's up?
What's up, man? I've been trying to get on your show for a minute now, but I finally got on.
What's up, big dog?
What's up, man?
What's your name?
Casey.
Casey?
Yeah.
What's up, big dog?
What's going on? I think the key thing is I think when I watch your show and I don't come in, I'm unpopular truth on when you see me up there. I'm unpopular truth.
Okay.
But the key thing when I hear with you, me and you, we love the game, and that's what we knew. Jordan loved the game,
right?
And I think a lot of people don't see LeBron actually loving the game. He's just loving the pain instead of the game. And I think with him not hustling, because I don't think plenty of times on there with him not hustling, and he'll make a turnover and not hustle back. That is the most disturbing thing to somebody that watched basketball in the 80s and in the 90s. We like, who wants you? I don't even care if you can score 30. I don't want you on my team if you're doing some shit like this.
Exactly.
Like that's the most heartbreaking thing that I see. I'd be like, you gonna make a turnover and not get back?
You know what's more disturbing? That he actually does that. What makes it more disturbing is that the people who in the media don't say nothing about it.
Say nothing. They don't, bro. It'd be like, what game was y'all watching? And y'all talking about the other players not being good. This man is not playing no defense, hustling, and then he'll make that just don't make sense in basketball.
No.
We be talking about you can talk about a bunch of stuff, but when it comes to basketball, hustling and playing defense is two of the most important things. There's no other way around it. And I don't even get how a coach could even think that I would want him on my team. That don't even make sense to me.
Yeah.
But
you see when him and AD sat that game out against Boston, who's supposed to be a rival of the Lakers and the number one team, you know what I'm saying? That's the game you decide to sit out. But you see when they sat out and they thought the team was going to just implode, but they actually came out there and played together. It was one piece of footage that was toward the end of the game. Somebody got fouled, was going to the free throw line, and all the guys that was on the floor came and helped that person up. It was Austin Reeves, that was what's the tall guy that came from New Orleans? I forgot his name that started.
I can't call it.
Hayes. It was Hayes, Austin Reeves, and a couple of more guys. They helped the dude up off the floor, man, and they all huddled up like they used to do at Duke.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen
and
that.
hugged each other, and like that showed some togetherness. And to me, when I sing that, I'm like, man, these dudes really want to play for each other. The issue is LeBron, because he's the leader, and he don't even have that type of connection with them. It seemed like he kind of do, because they do their little handshakes, and he does D'Angelo Russell's ice in my veins thing. But at the same time, how do you do all that stuff in public and then trying to trade these dudes behind their back? Right. So I think
all these dudes know how he is from other teams. And because if I was to go to LeBron team, I'm always looking at him sideways. Because he don't did it to too many people.
And when
I don't see you do this.
When he traded D Wade in the right before the deadline, when he asked him to come over there during the summer, then go trade him in the middle of the season, that's his brother. When he traded D Wade, I said, man, this dude ain't got no heart, bro.
He ain't got, man, he don't care who you are. I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out because I want you to continue the show. If he bring his son, I think he'll do his son like that. But I just want to say that. I appreciate you letting me get on, bro. I want to hold you up. Think about it, though, bro. Him and D Wade supposed to be like brothers, bro. Are you like you and your brother, right?
Not his son, though, man. Not his son.
Bro, bro, think about it now. How him and D Wade used to be talking especially when he first came to Miami. They were like brothers.
They was.
Like, and now you gonna tell me you can do your brother like that in the middle of the season?
Man, he had to go, and Wade didn't have no clue either. And Wade didn't have no clue when he was leaving Miami either. He didn't even tell Wade he was leaving Miami.
Man, if I was Wade, I would have never went to Cleveland after he did it.
Yeah, that's a fact. But yeah, man. All right, man. I appreciate the call, man.
I appreciate it, man.
All right, big dog. Caller from New York. What's up, man? You tried to call a couple of times last segment, man. I didn't get you in here, man. What's your name?
Oh, what's up, man? Oh, I go by G Money Bags.
G Money, what's up, big dog? What's going on? What you wanted to say?
Yeah, man, this is disgusting, man. This is revisionist history. I mean, listen, I've been a Bulls fan since 1985, and I didn't see. Listen, I give a lot of people credit. I'm not one of these guys that only like how can I say, cape for Jordan. That's not what it is. But when you start hearing these things being pulled away, people start saying all types of sideways stuff like, "Oh, he was an average defender," or even listen, I'm a big big Kobe Bryant fan, but to hear after all of these years, they're starting to just pull and to say Michael Jordan was not as great as a defender as Kobe. Do these people remember that Jordan has a Defensive Player of the Year award in his trophy case? Like, I mean, this is weird to me. Listen, Kobe Bryant has played 20 years. Jordan played 15. He still loves him with steals. Now, I'm not saying steals are everything, but that's part of it. A lot of what Kobe Bryant learned from basically his whole DNA. It's Michael Jordan. Let's stop trying to fake the funk and trying to change history. We know. Listen, I done seen a lot of great other players, the Clyde Drexlers, the Mitch Richmonds. I've seen Jordan. They talk about Jordan now like as if Jordan never had to play against great offensive players. What are we talking about here? And then we have guys in the comment section, and they're telling me that Rodman was the great. He was in his prime from 96 to 98. Like, what are we talking about here? Rodman was the Defensive Player of the Year back to back with the Detroit Pistons, right?
Exactly.
And he was great. Matter of fact, it probably lasted up until maybe, let's just say, for argument's sake, to 96. 96 was the first year that he came to Chicago. And if people remember, Rodman was about to get thrown out the league.
San Antonio,
didn't want him.
San
He got
Antonio
traded
gave
for
him
Will
away for Will
Purdue.
Purdue. Will Purdue. That's how much.
What are we-
That's how. And remember, no all-stars. He wasn't making none of those defensive teams. He wasn't making none of that. He revived his career in Chicago. But
that's the fact.
But even during that three-peat, that last finals, he was hobbling around with a huge knee brace on.
Absolutely, but let's be real. Just to tell you how great Jordan is, right? The Bulls were playing basically 4 and 5 against every team. Rodman couldn't score. He was not a scorer. He might have averaged 5 points for his career on the Bulls. Like, what are we like? And you know what's so crazy is like these people, they come on these YouTube channels and they talk with this confidence, and I'm like, hold up, listen, bro, I have VHS. VCR cassettes. This is I don't have to go back to YouTube to look. These are stuff that I've seen with my own eyes. This is unbelievable. And listen, bro, I really appreciate your show. You really, really got me thinking, you know what, I have to really start my own, because this is starting to get ridiculous. It's starting to get to the point where everybody's lying. It's like, why are we doing this? Like, I understand you love your best player, and the guy from DC guy. It was like I lost about 10,000 brain cells. I'm just sitting here like, are you serious, bro?
See, my friend DC is like, I guess there's method to his madness, and I don't think he really cares what he says. I think the end result is he just want people to bring Mike off the pedestal so we can act like he's a human, which he is a human, but he think that we're idolizing him and he want us not to idolize him. No, we're not idolizing him.
Nobody's idolizing.
Yeah.
Telling the truth.
Yeah.
We're telling the truth. We seen it. We're not listen, bro, I gotta commend you, bro, because you got a lot of patience, and I love the way you conduct yourself on it, man. I gotta really salute you, bro, because you really, really you're inspiring me really to start my own channel, because this has to stop, and people have to come up here and really just tell the truth, man. It's nothing wrong with telling the truth. There's nothing wrong with it.
Appreciate the call, man, and you can text this.
I'm gonna call back, no doubt.
Okay, if you do want to start that thing, you can text this number. I help you out with the equipment and all that stuff.
Oh my God, you don't even know. I appreciate you, bro. I'm definitely gonna call back.
All
Have
right,
a great
night.
Man.
All right, you too.
All right.